Hi everyone, this is Carla. Welcome to my channel. What I'm doing today is I am repurposing a Dollar Tree notebook for my craft fair. So this one I've done is a golf theme, and what I've done is taken one of these Dollar Tree notepads and I'm just going to cover it and turn it into this cute little golf themed notepad for my craft fair. So I also had found these little golf club ink pens and I thought those were really cute. So we're going to get started. To begin, you're going to need, of course, one of these Dollar Tree notepads. You're going to need 2 chipboard pieces that measure 6 inches by 4 1/16. You need 2 of those, as I said. And then for the top spine, you're going to need 1 piece that measures 4 1/16 by 1/2 inch. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to try and remove this cover by leaving this kind of black masking tape intact. I didn't leave it on the first one I made, but I think I'm going to try to keep that just to give it a little more flexibility in here when I put the main cover on. So we're going to get rid of that. I'll show you what I mean here. When I made this one, you can see right here, it is just the paper. It's kind of doubled there, so I think it will be substantial enough. I don't think there's going to be an issue, but I'm going to try to see if I can do it by leaving that on there. Okay, once we remove that, we want to pull this up off the spine, but I don't want to tear it off the back. All right, here we go. Okay, so on our first chipboard piece, I've taken some golf theme paper and I've cut this 5 inches across by 8 inches long. And I am going to be using this side that says golf, and this is the side we'll be using to cover our chipboard. So I'm going to take my ATG gun, just go around these edges up here, down the side, here, here, and then just one through the middle. I'm going to take that. I'm going to line it up just so I have enough to kind of cover. I'm going to want more at the top, and I can trim that off, but I'm going to be folding that over, as you will see. So we want it, oh, it's probably at least maybe like a 1/2 inch on the sides and the bottom, and you've probably got a good 1.5 inches at the top. So I'm just going to press that down. I'm going to do that for both of them. Go ahead and use my ATG gun. Again, going down the center. Just like to fold that over. I'm going to turn this over. Let's see, I'll make sure I've got those going the right direction. You want your tall space at the top. Okay. And again, I'm going to put this where I've just got about an inch on top, bottom and sides, 1.5 inches approximately at the top. Press that on straight. Then all we're going to do is miter our corners. And I'm just doing that on the bottom right now. We're not going to touch the top ones. And after we have that done, just going to take my ATG gun. I'm going to go across the bottom. Got that one kind of close, but I think that's fine. And up the sides. I'm going to leave the top. I'm not going to put anything on the top of that yet. Let's go ahead. And I'm going to fold this up. Kind of push in with your nail where that corner is. Turn it and then just kind of fold that up as well. A nice little corner there. Then come to this side, kind of push that in, fold that up. Take my Cricut tool, kind of give that a press. Okay, so we've got that going so far. And let's go ahead and put our, our adhesive on this side, along the bottom, and along this side. This up. Crease it down just a tad. Over here, do the same. Crease that in. Put this up. There you go. Let's give that a press. Make sure that's sticky. Then come here on this side. Do the same thing. Fold that in, give that a press. There. Now, what we're going to do is, we're going to see if we need to miter it. I'm not thinking I am going to. Okay, now, how I'm trying to get this to work. You know, this may not work. I don't know. I take this and I cut it where it has about, just maybe just you know, a hair hanging off the sides, but the top should be pretty much flush. So I'm going to fold this. That should be pretty straight going across there. That seems to be working. Now, trying to think here. Okay, got this here. Trying to think, how would I get that? You know, I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think we're just going to go ahead, take this off. I know what I was thinking, but I don't think that's going to work. So we're just going to go ahead and remove this black masking tape, and that's fine. That works. So let's go back to this. All right, stand this up. Like I said, we folded this over, and I'm going to go ahead and just fold it like this. All right, I'm going to stand it up. Like I said, I can have just a hair on the sides, but I really want this top to be pressed on there really well. So we've got that on there, pressed well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my paper cutter, or you could just use scissors. I'm going to try my scissors here. And I'm just going to cut this off where I crease that on that second crease right there, because that will be under the second one. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that off. Get rid of that. Now I stand it back up there. We've got this that fits just perfect across there. Now what we're going to do we're going to take a 1/2 inch score tape. And I'm going to take that right across this top. That's about a 1/2 inch, so I'm going to take that right across the top. Just like so. I'm going to trim that off. Give that a press, burnish that on. Again, we're going to pull that off. Pull the backing off, just like so. And we're going to lay this 4 1/16 inch by a 1/2 inch for the top spine. We're just going to lay that on. Just give it a little more stability there. And like I said, it's going to hang off a hair on each side, just about a hair. All right, press that on. And now we're going to take another 1/2 inch score tape and place it right on top of that. That just gives it a little more reinforcement to do it that way. Come here and just trim that off. Give it a press. And again, we're going to remove the backing. Now we're going to take the front that we've made. Take this front, stand it up. We're going to get that as even as we can to those 2 ends. Just like this, and we're just going to press that down on top of that score tape. There we go. Now we've got the front, and we'll be covering that. Now it's time for the back. Now the back, same thing. You're going to kind of stand it up and kind of line it up. And again, we're just going to take this and fold it over. Give it a press right into that and over. And this time, when we cut it, we want it to be pretty straight. So we're going to cut just a little bit because we want this edge that's going to fold to be straight across there, but we don't need all this extra bulk. So where this little dotted line is, I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to use that as my guide and just try to cut across that. Now, it wouldn't hurt here if you wanted to go in and just miter a little bit. Just take a little wedge out on the top there, and I think that'll go into there a little better. Now what I'm going to do there, I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to add glue to this little flap right here, glue into that little flap there. And I'm going to go right up in here and put plenty of glue in that. And I want to fold that down. Just kind of hold that a little bit. And where we mitered that, that's going to give it a nice corner when we fold it down. Okay, and so what we're going to do now, just stand this up. And before we do that, we're going to add ATG tape. This, I didn't take this off You could, I suppose, but we'll just do it. We'll go ahead and take it off. And we're gonna go ahead and add our, since we took that off, I'm gonna stand this up, fold this over. So we've got that. All I need to do now is take a 1/2 inch of my score tape, take it across the top again, right like that. Trim that off. And give it a press. Here, remove that backing. Stand this up. You can see there, we want that even again. And where that is folded, it's going to give you a nice finished edge when you come across the top there like this. You see that? There's the back side. You just need to press that down. And if you wanted to, you could put a little glue under it. I think it is really fine. The reason it's kind of puffed up, there's just a little more bulk in there, but it looks fine. So there you've got your notebook so far, and we just need to put a covering inside this side and a covering inside the back side. So let's get our paper for that, and we'll just get those measured and cut. So we have our inside to the front cover and the back cover, and these measure 5 7/8 long by 4 and about 15/16 across. So I'm going to take my ATG gun again. I'm going to add our adhesive. This to the front. Let's get it up here as close as we can because we've got plenty of room on the bottom. Yeah. So got that one on, and this is just looks like the greens, I guess. This is the grass. I got my golf paper, I'm pretty sure from Amazon, and it was not easy to find golf paper, I found. And the reason I'm doing a golf theme is the craft fair I do in November. It's a 2-day event, and there's a lady there who asked if maybe I could have some golf stuff. So, you know, I'm gonna take a chance with it. I'm not gonna make a whole lot of it because, you know, I don't know if she'll be there this year, and if she isn't, there may not be that many people who want golf, but it's fun, and I got some fun stuff to go with it. So, all right, now we've got the front with our greens and the back with our greens. Now what we're going to do is simply take, I've got some cut aparts. We might put a cut apart, or I also have some stickers. And let me see here, what else I've got. I think I'd want, well, that might be okay. I don't know. Let's look. So I do have this cut apart that says I love golf, That would be kind of neat there, wouldn't it? That would be neat. And I have, oh, this is kind of neat with, I think I like that. That looks good. All right, we're gonna use that one on there. I don't think it needs a background since it's got the border around the cutter part. I think that looks nice. So let's just put some glue on there. And we'll just kind of center that up. That looks good. And again, I have these cute little golf club ink pens. I think I picked those up from Oriental Trading. I thought those were cute. So we'll put that with that. So now, the last thing I always do, put my needle in. It's not the last thing I always do, but when I make a little notebook or something, I had a stamp made, 3 years ago or so, and it just says Carla's Cards and Creations, and that's kind of what I go by when I do a craft fair. So I'm just gonna flip this over. It just adds a little bit of a finishing touch. I just take my stamp and I kind of put it on my gold Anna Griffin stamp pad. And I'm gonna come here and I'm just gonna kind of center it up a little bit, go down with it. I found that it's not as even as it used to be, so I kind of have to rock it a little bit. So we'll see how it turns out. There, I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't show up real, oh, I don't know, real sharp. I guess it's more subtle, which is what I like. I like the subtle. I don't know, can you kind of see that in there a little bit? Okay, so anyway, that will be another item for my craft fair. So I've got this one and this one and these two so far, and that's probably all the golf ones I'm going to be making, but I will be making some other little golf items. And so I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope if you liked it, you'll give me a thumbs up. And I hope you try this, and I hope you get to have a craft fair this year. So anyway, until next time, bye-bye.